Morning guys, welcome to the John Freitag channel. Okay, when last we left our hero, he was pulling calcium out of these wheels. Well, it didn't all come out. So I got the wheel off. The thing is heavier than heck at the bottom. I was able to roll it over. And I'll tell you what, these wheels make me feel really small. So I'm doing the same routine. You can hear it. I got air going in the tire, gurgling in there. Gurgle, gurgle. So you know there's water in there because you can hear it. So I'm going to blow this thing up, and then it's going to run through the pump. I'll run the pump. I hope it sucks more of the tube down. I got it on a block on this end, put all the water down by the water valve. Water, I mean, you know, the calcium ballast mixture, whatever that stuff is, calcium. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that, and then I've been making a lot of promises on this old tractor. We want to get cracking on this thing, get her looking good. Somewhere, I don't know what Connor did it. My inspiration picture's around here somewhere. But you guys know what it's supposed to look like. And we got a little ways to go to get it there. We've got a lot of stuff to put back together. We got a lot of things to fix. We got some bushings to change. It's not in horrible shape. We've done a lot of things already. Heck, I'll have to go back through the old videos and see what happened on this thing. So I know there's a lot of work we've already done to it. This motor should be ready to go. Put oil in it, get oil in the case-o-matic, which I don't know whether to use ATF-A, if I can find that, which I doubt. But it all supersedes, so probably the lowest form of dextron. I don't even know what that is anymore. But anyway, probably we'll put that in it because I guess it's lighter and it lets them shift easier. I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe we'll find out. I really don't want to run a risk of blowing that thing up. So I'm going to do a little research on it. Anyway, then we're going to put like regular hydraulic transmission oil in the tractor. And we're just going to get that from Farm Tractor Supply Store. Probably that VP oil. I think that's getting decent reviews. If you find out it don't, go ahead and leave it in the comments and let me know. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. We did a lot of fixing on it. Like I said, we did the draft arms and all that. So we're going to get ready. We're going to clean this thing up, and we're going to get paint on it. That's going to be the big thing. I want everything to be painted up, and then we'll take it from there. This motor's pretty clean already. The front end's pretty clean. The most of the housing, it's a little oily here. We got to get rid of that, get that cleaned off. Go ahead and get all this oily crap cleaned off over here, which shouldn't be too big a deal. But right now, I'm going to go check on that tire. Let's go see what's going on with that. Looks like it's still just getting air in it. Not really all that hard yet. So I got this set at 20. Oh, I also have the compressor off, which I got to turn it on, and that means I'm going to put the camera down because it's noisy. There we go. We're pumping again. Hopefully it pumps this thing dry. Probably not, though. Somehow I doubt it's going to pump it dry. But maybe we'll get close. Because what I'll wind up doing is using the backhoe to pop them off the bead. And then I'll drag them out because Connor's also working on this truck. So he wants to bring his Cummins diesel motor that he's going to put it in. It's pretty much going to just pull the whole setup out of a truck that was out there that the frame's kind of crappy and the cab was rotted right off. So he's going to take the whole drivetrain out of that and throw it in this truck, which is really solid and perfect, really. I mean, especially for the year and everything. It's a 99 and it's got 2 little rust holes in it. The rest of it looks like, well, let me show you. Looks like nothing, looks like it never saw any salt or anything. So it's just really gorgeous. Frame's perfect solid. As compared to this frame, that's all scabby and nasty, and if I kick it, chunks of it fall off. So this truck's kind of had it. The box is beat. I got a good box sitting on top. But these things have been sitting around for a few years. I'm just finally able to get to where I can work on projects, and Connor's doing this one, so I'm pretty happy about it. This is the cab. They got giant rod holes in it. And, you know, the rockers are crappy, and it's been sitting around forever. You can tell it's just kind of junky. But all that to say, I got a little sidetracked. Back to the 830. Now this one I got as much calcium out as I could. This one I got to get more calcium out, and I'm going to see if that pump will actually just pump it, because there's enough fluid there to I can put the hose down low and maybe it'll pump it out. I don't know. I'm not super impressed with that whole pump scenario just because it doesn't seem to have any real suction to it. It just kind of moves fluid. It doesn't really pump great. I don't know. It's kind of crappy. But over here I have everything arranged. I got my inner brake parts, which I shouldn't have to monkey around too much with today. Actually, this will just be assembly. But what I want to do is get everything painted. So I got to clean up all these bolts, the wheel lugs, the nuts and starter and steering column. I want to clean this all up. I want to get it so I can paint everything. I want to just get everything painted because I want everything painted inside and out. Then we'll put it on, and then we'll probably paint it again. So basically what I got is a bunch of prep work for painting this thing, but I'm just gonna work at cleaning this thing off, getting ready for paint. I got a couple different things I'm gonna throw at this rusty, heavy metal steel and all that. I got this angle grill with a wire wheel on it. These things come in real handy. Impact driver. You can get these wire wheels that latch into them. They have the anvil part on the bottom so they snap in and they stay on. They work real good too because when they get jammed into place, the impactor doesn't try to tear your arm off, which is kind of handy. I also have like this 6-inch disc. It's 60 grit. I'll be putting it on this grinder right over here, this guy, which really has one speed. It's a cheap one from Harbor Freight. It's Chicago Electric, but it will tear off a bunch of this stuff. And it's the no-hose style. This one's shot now. I've already used it before. And it's hook and loop, which just means Velcro. So I'm going to snap that on there. Do some more cleaning. Well, that didn't work too good. It just didn't last a second. Check it out. Tore right apart. You know what? I got these from Amazon. I don't even see a name on them. I think they're cheap like crap. Because I got them stored in that cabinet. It's pretty nice and warm and dry in here. I don't see why they should go to crap like that. Maybe they're just not capable to be on this fast a grinder. I gotta go get another pad. This one's shot already. So I got two Velcro backing pads. This one, the edge is all wore out. I'm thinking that's why it's tearing up my sanding disc so quick. This one's fairly new. And you can see that the pad goes all the way out to the edge. So I'm gonna switch these around and try this one instead. There we go, I got this one out. Let's see what this one does. Yeah, it's holding up better. It's not falling apart now. Well, it didn't hold up all that great either. I think this just runs too fast. This isn't going to work. I have to go to my variable speed one. But this wire wheel works pretty good. Pretty rough casting. It's part of the seat bracketry. Actually, it is the seat pedestal itself, but look at how rough the casting is. So I've actually smoothed it out quite a bit by hitting it with that and the 60 grit, but it's so rough there that it's down in here, it's not getting hit at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'll hit that with a wire wheel, just so it scratches up the paint that's down in the pitting of the casting, so it'll adhere. All right, here's another tool in the arsenal. Angle grinder. I like the battery one because it spins slower. The plug-in ones actually spin too fast with these wire wheels and all the wires fly out and stab me in the leg. And they could stab you elsewhere. So we always kind of wear eye protection with this guy. But it works pretty good for down in here. I mean, it's get right in there. You can see the junk come flying out. It's really cleans that right up pretty nice. And I think it gives enough bite for the paint too. Might say, why am I not sandblasting? Well, because I hate sandblasting, that's why. I really don't have a big sandblasting setup, a good one. And man, it goes through sand like mad. I mean, it just flies out of there. And I like it on small spots. I might actually like sandblast these corners out and things like that. For the most part, I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way with a wheel. Okay, this is all full of grease and grime in here. So yeah, I use some brake clean. It's pretty good for getting in these spots. Plus it's got a little blast to it, so it blasts things out. So I hit it with some brake clean, get it nice and wet. Hit it with a wire brush, a little wire brush, get in there and get that grease out of there if I can, you know. Well, in the whole broad scheme of things, though, what's going to happen is this thing's going to get painted. I want the paint to stick, but in a spot like that, it's going to get covered with grease again anyway, so I'm not going to panic too much. As far as the threads, they're all covered with grease, so I just ran them in because I don't want that grease being out and about when I'm spraying paint. Yeah, you would think I'd know better by now, but look at that. Oh, man, that hurts. It's kind of like going to be a burn. I hit it with the grinder, just touched it, and bingo. It's not bad. It's not too much to cry about, but that's going to hurt for days now. You think I know better, stupid. Okay, this time I got the calcium pump fired up. I draped the hose under the tire so I didn't have to go up and over the hump. And it started priming on its own. I didn't have to do anything with air pressure or anything like that this time. And it's pumping really well. I'm hoping it's going to suck down the, oh yeah, it's come up about 3 inches in probably 5 minutes. It's really pumping. I'm hoping it's going to suck everything right out of that tube. Because this one, there was still air pressure in it. I think that's what interfered with the prime of the pump. So maybe it wasn't the hot ticket, but hey, it's what I did. Good enough. We're going to take the backhoe, pop these off the bead, and then we're going to get them out of here because they're really kind of in Connor's way at the moment. And then we'll break them down and get them tore apart. Wow, looks like it's actually sucking this tire down. I kind of like that. I know it's working better than it did on the other tire. Still pumping because I see the hose wiggling. Yeah, that's awesome, man. It is. That's sucking the tire down quite a bit. You can see it's like a dip here now. So hopefully it's going to suck that tube dry. The other one we're going to have to fight with a little bit because it's going to have fluid in it still. But we'll deal with it. And another thing I wanted to show you real quick was these are the floor plates, and Connor treated these up with asphalt. So I just hit this with that 60 grit sander. It's just kind of really not doing a whole lot because the asphalt actually plugs up the paper quick. I didn't hit this yet. This is kind of what it looked like after the asphalt. It's got a little white powder. See how that's a little powdery there? It's moving around a little bit. So I'm going to hang these up. I got this one dangling here. Wish I had a better way to dangle it. I got to think of a better thing to do. That one's just hooked there, so I think that'll work pretty good. And I'm going to do the same thing I did on the Cadillac roof, where I'm just going to wet the whole thing with asphalt again. Let it get nice and wet, then I'll rinse it with water, just plain water. It doesn't even take that much. I'll rinse it off, and then I'll dry it up with some paper towel, and I think we're going to see it turn a little bit blue again, and I think it'll be good to go. Hope you guys liked this video. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one.